What's up, Red Wings fans? Welcome to another edition of the Forecheck live from Little Caesars Arena. I'm Daniella Bruce, and joining me, as always, is Ken Kal, Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer. Ken, welcome back.
Well, it's good to be back, and good to be back in the friendly confines of Little Caesars Arena, and hopefully the Red Wings can get a W tonight against a team that they've had pretty good success over the years with.
Yes, this would be great to get them back in the win column tonight after a two-game road trip where they dropped both games, one to Carolina, one to Florida. Ken, you were on the road trip. What did you think overall?
Well, it was a pretty good game, I thought, in Carolina, even though the score really didn't indicate that. They had a good pushback, but the next night, Saturday night in Florida, not a very good pushback by the club. And I give Florida a lot of credit. They came out and played really well defensively in front of their goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky. Really didn't give Red Wings a sniff around the net. And when they did have chances, he really came up with some big saves. But with that said, the team's got to get it going because wins have been at a premium, and tonight would be a good start for the Red Wings.
And as you said, we've got the Preds in town tonight, a team that the Red Wings have fared pretty well against in recent history. Let's kick things off by going to Carly Johnston with more.
Thanks, Daniella. Carly Johnston here, down in the locker room after morning skate. I got to talk to the team about the game tonight against the Nashville Predators. This is the second of two meetings between the two clubs this season and the 99th of all time. Let's see what they had to say about tonight's game against the Nashville Predators.
We need to focus on our D, that's for sure. Our special teams aren't good enough, not even close. I think we're the bottom five in each division there. So we need to figure out the special team unit. I mean, 5-on-5, I think we're playing pretty decent hockey right now. So if we could figure something out for those special teams, it's going to be way better.
We just like to live in facts. We I thought I didn't think our pushback on Saturday was good enough when we got down. I thought Friday was. I thought we kept pushing and kept playing, and I thought Saturday wasn't good enough. But you can get frustrated, you can get all that. Frustration is probably the number one wasted human emotion. It does no good to anybody or anything, and so you have to learn from it. You have to move on, and we've got a next game tonight. And again, if we win tonight, we're all going to come in the locker room. We're going to feel good. Any day you win in this league is a great day, so let's go try to win a hockey game tonight.
The Red Wings have already won against the Predators in Nashville for the first game of the season, so hopefully they can keep that ball rolling and get another win against the Predators tonight. Back to you, Daniella.
Thank you, Carly. And Ken, as Carly mentioned, the Red Wings have already beaten the Nashville Predators one time this year, and that was their first game of the season in Nashville. But aside from just that game, the Red Wings have a pretty good record against Nashville. They've won 10 of the past 11. What do you think it is that allows them to match up so well with the Predators?
In that first game, the opener for the Red Wings, Daniella, it was that top line that did most of the damage with Larkin, Bertuzzi, and Mantha. And I think what you're going to see tonight is that line going back together again, just because of the fact that they did have a lot of good success against the Nashville Predators in that opening game. Bertuzzi's been almost a point-per-game player. Mantha's getting close to that 10-goal mark, and Dylan Larkin as consistent as they come, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see how they can manage against this very good defensive Nashville team. And it looks like Pekka Rinne will be in goal for the Nashville Predators, and he's undefeated in regulation so far.
And you heard from Anthony Mantha there in the soundbite from this morning talking about special teams, how he thinks they've been pretty solid 5-on-5, but when it comes to being on the power play and being on the kill, that's where they need to improve.
There's ways that you can win in the National Hockey League, and if you can win the special teams battle, that's just a plus. Most of the game, 75% of the game is played 5-on-5, so you absolutely want to be good there. And I think I agree with Mantha. I think the Wings have been pretty good in 5-on-5 play, but the specialty teams have to improve. And it just seems like whenever you allow a team 4 or 5 penalty or power plays in this league, they're going to burn you on at least one. So you've got to win that special team battle. The Red Wings need to play more in the offensive zone, and when you do that, the other team takes penalties, then you go on the power play, and then that's when you have to hope that your power play is going to be good.
And again, solid numbers for the Red Wings in the last 11 games head-to-head with the Predators. Ken, like we said, special teams is a big thing for them tonight. It's going to be that for them for the rest of the season. But what do you think it is that's going to give them the edge against Nashville tonight?
playing in their zone. They've got a couple of outstanding defensemen in Roman Yossi. Back there on the blue line, he logs a lot of ice time, and Ryan Ellis. These two guys are just amazing back there. They can move the puck out of their own zone, so you have to be hard on the forecheck, and you got to make them turn the puck over and keep the play in their zone. Easier said than done.
Yes.
Because these guys are just outstanding defensemen, and if you're able to do that, and the Red Wings did a pretty good job in the opener, pinning them in their own zone and making it or taking advantage of those situations where they did have chances to score. If you can do that, then you've won half the battle.
Let's talk a bit more about Pekka Rinne, who you mentioned will be in net for the Predators tonight. Undefeated on the season thus far, but again, the Red Wings have solid numbers against him. He's 1-7-2 in the last 10 games against Detroit.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing, isn't it? When
Yeah,
you think
it's crazy.
about it. He's such an outstanding goalkeeper, and boy, he's undefeated this year. He's got 2 shutouts, and the save percentage really good, but in some strange way, the Red Wings always seem to find the back of the net against them. Hopefully that doesn't change here tonight. Hopefully the Red Wings can find the twine.
Like we said, it could be a great game for the Red Wings to find the win column again and kind of get back on track. Ken, one more thing I wanted to mention before we sign off here. Coach Blashill mentioned that frustration is probably one of the worst emotions that a person can have, and obviously he's talking about his team. How do you go into this game when obviously you've got to be a little frustrated?
Well, frustration doesn't lead to anything, unfortunately. It's a wasted energy, as Jeff Blashill said. But what you have to do is, I compare it to a playoff game where you're down maybe 2-1 or 3-1. You can't think ahead. You can't say, well, we got to win the next 3 games to win the series. You have to win it shift by shift, and then that leads into period by period, and that leads into games won. So you just have to go out there, apply the pressure, and just keep building on those great shifts. And if you do the right thing, good things usually happen, and that's the good outcome.
And fans, we're hoping that you can make it down here tonight for the game. But of course, if you can't, you can catch the game on Fox Sports Plus today, or you can tune in to 97.1 The Ticket and listen to our very own Ken, Kal. And guys, it's country night here at the arena tonight. Did you bring your cowboy hat?
No, but I see you don't have your boots on.
I
right?
did. I might go get them. We might need to bust out some country outfits tonight, Ken. I'm going to be looking for the hat.
Well, let's see. I think I'll have to do the 2-step up there in the booth tonight. But good thing is nobody's going to see it.
I'll get a camera up there. Don't you worry. Don't worry. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.